Hi everyone. Welcome to today's Yin Yoga practice. Welcome to the virtual Viva Resource Center. My name is Pilar and I will be taking you through today's Yin class. And if there's anyone new to Yin, it's a much slower paced flow. So we take at least 2 minutes in each posture. So you can go ahead and grab any pillows, blankets that you have that will help you feel a little bit more supported in your practice. So I really encourage you to bring in at least a few pillows, maybe a folded up blanket. But if you don't have any of that, that's okay too. You can do it with just your own body. So you can go ahead and find a comfortable seated position to start. If you have a mat, just in the center of your mat or on the ground. And you can sit on one of your pillows or your folded up blanket just to allow you to be a little bit more comfortable. And once you find your comfortable seated position, bring your palms to your knees and allow your eyes to close. Taking a moment to tune into your breath. Bringing your awareness to your breath and your body. And starting to pull away from the rest of your day. Letting go of anything that happened earlier, anything that you need to do later in the day, and landing in this present moment. Letting go of any noises going on around you. I'm starting to deepen your breath, taking longer inhales and even longer exhales. Letting the chest and belly expand as much as they can as you breathe, really filling up your lungs. Relaxing the jaw, releasing tension from the neck, and maybe rolling the shoulders down and back as you lengthen your spine. Allow the arms and legs to be heavy and bring softness to your joints, your elbows, your wrists, your knees, and your ankles. Take a few more deep rounds of breath here. I invite you to set an intention for your practice if you'd like. During Yin Yoga, we aim to recover and restore the body. So maybe just making your intention to allow yourself to recover and restore. And now slowly start to flutter the eyes open, coming back to the room. And taking a deep inhale, start to turn your head as far to the right as you can. And then over to the left. Rotating from side to side, nice and slow, waking up the neck. And we'll be focusing today's practice on the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. We'll do a couple more rounds here. Bringing that rotation to your neck. And now slowly come back to center. Start to lift the chin, lift the chest. As you inhale and exhale, as you slowly tuck the chin in towards the chest and let the head hang heavy, moving nice and slow. Deep inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. And exhale, pull the chin in towards the chest. Let the head hang heavy. Take a couple more rounds of breath here. Always matching your breath to your movements. On your next inhale, take a deep inhale as you lift the chin, lift the chest, holding it here, melting the shoulders down and back. And now interlace your fingers together as you lightly press up onto your chin. You're not forcing anything, just a light amount of pressure to open the throat a little bit more. Finding that small back bend as you lift the chest. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale as you slowly tuck the chin in towards the chest. Let the head hang heavy and place your palms on top of your head. So make sure not to pull or tug here. Just let your head and arms be really heavy. Feeling that stretch through the back of your neck and through the upper back. Take one more deep round of breath. And now taking an inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze as you open your elbows to the sides, hugging your shoulder blades together behind you. As you exhale, tuck the chin back in towards the chest, round the spine, and let the head hang heavy. Deep inhale, open the chest, open the elbows to the sides, and exhale as you tuck the chin in towards the chest, round the spine. One more time, deep inhale as you lift. And exhale as you tuck the chin in towards your chest. Now release the fingertips down towards the ground. Keep your head hanging heavy and slowly roll your head over towards your right shoulder. Bring in right ear towards right shoulder and then roll it forward, bringing your left ear towards your left shoulder. Taking slow half circles here. Really tuning into your neck, tuning into what feels good and what doesn't. Take one more round here. And now slowly bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let your head hang heavy to the side. Breathe deep into that left side of the neck and keeping your right fingertips down on the ground. Extend your left arm towards the left and really reach here, energize through the fingertips. Reaching as far to the left as you can and keeping your arm in line with your shoulder. Let your head hang really heavy here for one more round of breath. And now slowly release your arm and start to roll your head over towards your left shoulder. Letting your head hang heavy and taking some deep breaths into that right side of the neck. And now start to reach towards the right. Energize through the fingertips, energetically reaching towards the right and towards the ground with your left hand. One more full round of breath. And now slowly release your arm, come back to center, and take an inhale to reach your left hand high. As you exhale, start to bend towards the right without lifting your left hip off of the ground. So keep your left hip nice and grounded, finding a nice side stretch. Really being aware of your neck here. So maybe looking down or looking straight ahead. Looking up if it feels good on your neck. But if it doesn't, avoiding that. Take one more deep inhale. Then exhale as you bring your left fingertips down to the ground. Reach your right hand high. Take a deep inhale as you ground your right hip into the earth. And exhale to bend towards the left. Not losing that connection with your fingertips, so keep them energized, keep them reaching towards the left. Take one more full round of breath. Breathe into the right side body. And now slowly come back to center. And now we're going to meet in a tabletop position, so you can remove any prop that you have underneath you. And if you'd like, you can place the folded up blanket or your pillow underneath your knees for a little bit more support. Now coming into your tabletop position, stack your shoulders over the wrists and your hips over your knees. And start to take some small wrist circles. So warming up the wrists, not putting much pressure on the hands, just little circles, massaging the wrists. And now slowly start to reverse your circles. And come back to center. Now start to take some big full body circles. So pressing your hips forward and pressing them back and taking it nice and slow here. Maybe rolling out the head too as you bring movement to the neck, the shoulders, the hips. And now slowly start to reverse your circles. Keeping your awareness on your body, on your breath. And now slowly come back to your tabletop position and taking a deep inhale, let the belly fall down towards the ground as you look straight ahead and lift your hips. Bringing a nice arch to your spine from the top of your head all the way to your tailbone. As you exhale, press the earth away and round the spine, letting the head hang heavy, pressing into the tops of your feet. And inhale as you let the belly fall. Look straight ahead for your cow pose. Exhale, press the earth away around the spine for your cat. Take a couple more rounds of your cat-cow, moving at your own pace, maybe closing your eyes. Tune into your spine. And now slowly come back to your tabletop position. Walk your hands about one palm forward and start to bend the elbows, lowering all the way down onto your belly. Now you're gonna bring your left arm across your chest, about the height of your collarbone. So your arm is gonna be across your chest, and you're gonna bring your right arm right underneath it. So they're gonna be crossed. And you can either have your palms facing down or up on the ground, whichever feels best for you, coming into your dragonfly. And once you're here, take a moment to notice the sensations that you might be feeling through the upper back. And if this is enough for you, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can start walking your hands a little bit further apart from one another. Once you reach a point where you feel that sensation through the upper back, through the shoulders, start to lower the head, resting your chin on your bicep, releasing tension through the neck and head, releasing any tension in the glutes and the legs, letting it all go. Maybe closing the eyes. And as you breathe, take deep inhales into your back body. So really picturing your shoulder blades as you inhale and opening up that space between your shoulder blades with each inhale. Relaxing the arms, letting go of any tension in the hands, the fingers. And taking deep rounds of breath. If this is too much for you, you can bring your right arm right by your side and just keep your left arm going across your body. So resting your chin on your bicep, noticing which posture feels better for you. We'll be here for a couple of minutes, so really starting to tune into your thoughts as well. Practicing noticing your thoughts and letting them go. Make sure that as you get deeper into the posture, you don't start to engage the muscles of the legs, the glutes. Take a few more deep rounds of breath here. Noticing where you can let go a little bit more. And now slowly start to drag your hands back in towards the center. And when you're ready, walk your hands forward, resting your forehead down on the mat, bringing your arms overhead. And now taking a deep inhale, press up onto your fingertips, lifting your shoulders off of the ground. Take deep breaths into the shoulders. One more deep inhale, press into the fingertips. And exhale to let it go, bringing your hands on either side of your chest. And now starting to press the pubic bone into the ground. Take an inhale as you slowly peel your chest off of the mat. Lifting the chest off of the mat only as much as you can without engaging the muscles of the legs. Just creating some opening through the chest. Take a couple of deep rounds of breath here. And make sure you keep the neck aligned with the rest of the spine. So not looking straight ahead necessarily. Maybe looking closer towards the top of your mat. Take one more inhale. And exhale as you lower back down. Now take an inhale as you lift your chest off of the mat. This time bringing your right arm across first at that height of your collarbone, and then bringing your left arm across underneath it. Option to keep your left arm by your side. And now bringing your awareness to your upper back, your shoulders. Noticing if you'd like to stay here or if you'd like to pull your arms apart a little bit further. And knowing that we'll be here for a couple minutes, so you don't want to feel too much sensation through the shoulders and upper back. And when you find the right position for you, bow your head forward as you rest your chin on your bicep. And start to loosen the grip on your toes, your feet, your calves, the glutes. Letting go of the belly Letting it press into the mat as you take deep inhales, letting it rise. And breathing deep into that space between your shoulder blades. Notice if you'd like to get deeper into the posture. At any time, you can bring your hands a little bit further apart. Feeling a deeper stretch through the upper back. But making sure to still not create any tension in other areas of your body. Take a few more deep rounds of breath. And now slowly start to lift your chest as you drag your hands back in towards the center. Lower your chest, lower your forehead down to the ground, and bring your hands on either side of your chest. Lift up onto your fingertips and start to make little circles with your shoulders. And reverse your circles. And now release your hands back down to the ground. Lift your chest off of the mat and bring your forearms down into the ground. So bring your elbows about 1 forearm's length apart. You can grab for opposite elbows here. And place your elbows underneath your shoulders, keeping your palms down on the mat. If you're feeling too much sensation here in the low back, or any sensation in the low back, you'll want to bring your elbows a little bit further forward, lowering your chest down towards the ground. And you'll feel sensation through the upper and mid back here. Now taking a deep inhale, lift your gaze, looking straight ahead, keeping the shoulders away from your ears. And releasing any tension through the legs. If you're having a hard time letting go of the legs, of the glutes, you can bring your legs a little bit further apart and notice if that helps release any tension in the hips. Breathing deep rounds of breath and lightly pressing into your elbows as you lift the chest. You're welcome to close your eyes if you'd like. Lightly hugging the shoulder blades together, not holding on to anything too tightly for our yin practice. Listening to your breath for a few more deep rounds of breath. Continuing to let your belly press into the ground as you breathe, stimulating the digestive system. One more deep round of breath. And now slowly lower your chest back down to the ground, bringing your forehead down to the ground. And now windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Coming back to stillness, release your legs down on the ground and press yourself back up to a tabletop position. Once you're in your tabletop position, take a deep inhale as you lower the belly, look straight ahead and lift the hips. As you exhale, slowly lower your hips down towards your heels. As you bow your head down towards the ground, rounding the spine. Take a deep inhale as you round up through the spine. At the top, lower the belly, lift your gaze. And exhale to slowly press your hips down and back. Release the neck and head. Deep inhale, round up through the spine. Let the head hang heavy. At the top, lower the belly, lift your gaze. And exhale to slowly press back. This time, staying in your child's pose. If you're feeling any sensation in the knees here, you can place some pillows or blankets underneath your seat so that you have a little bit more relief in the knees. And this is a very passive child's pose, so not engaging the arms, letting the shoulders relax. If you need to bring the arms a little bit further apart to release tension from the shoulders, you're welcome to do so. Breathing deep into the back body once again. And visualizing how your back body fills up like a balloon as you take deep inhales. One more deep round of breath, really melting down towards the mat as you exhale. And now slowly start to round up through the spine. Coming back into your tabletop position and keeping your hips stacked right over your knees. Start to walk your hands forward, melting your heart down towards the ground, bowing your head down towards the ground. And if your head doesn't reach the ground here, or if you just like a little bit more support, you can place a pillow underneath your head. If you would like to intensify the stretch, you can place some pillows in front of you and place your hands on top of the pillows to create a little bit more opening through the triceps, the armpits. You can place your chin on the ground if that feels better for you. Just make sure that you don't actually put any pressure on your chin. And one more variation here. You can bring your palms together and you can bring your thumbs back towards the back of your neck, feeling a deeper stretch through the tricep. Once you find the right variation of the posture for you, start to really melt your heart down towards the ground. Letting go of the spine. Breathing deep into your spine, creating space between each vertebra as you lengthen the spine. Notice if you would like to get deeper into the posture, maybe changing the variation of the posture that you're in for the last few rounds of breath. One more deep round of breath, melting your heart down towards the earth as you exhale. Now slowly start to press yourself back up to your tabletop position, moving nice and slow. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow here. Being really mindful when you round the spine, coming into your cat. Really basking in that stretch. One more deep round of breath. And now come back to your tabletop position. Place your right hand underneath your chest. And taking a deep inhale, lift your left hand high towards the sky. As you exhale, bring your left arm underneath the right, bringing your left ear down to the ground. Keeping your hips lifted. And if it's more comfortable for you, you can place a pillow underneath your head or underneath your shoulder too, if your shoulder doesn't reach the ground. Once you're here, you're welcome to stay here, or maybe walk your right fingertips forward, finding a deeper stretch through the right side body. Option 2, also come up onto your fingertips and start to press into your right fingertips as you find a slight twist. And you can also bring your right hand to your low back if that feels good and gives you a little bit more support, or wrap your arm all the way around your low back. Take your time finding the right posture for you. And once you're there, start to breathe deep into your shoulder. Melting your shoulder and chest down towards the ground. Noticing where you're holding on and where you can loosen your grip a little bit more. sure to not build any tension in the face. Relaxing the jaw, muscles around the eyes. About 3 more deep rounds of breath here. Now slowly start to press yourself back up into your tabletop position, nice and slow. Once you're in your tabletop position, just sway your hips from side to side. And now slowly come back to center and place your left palm underneath your chest this time. Take a deep inhale as you lift your right hand nice and high. As you exhale, bring your right arm underneath the left, bringing your right ear down to the ground. And again, you're welcome to place that pillow or whatever you have underneath your head or shoulder if that helps create a little bit more support. Once you're here, find the right variation for you. Maybe bringing your fingertips forward, straightening your left arm, and feeling that stretch from your fingertips all the way to your left hip. You can come up onto your fingertips and start to slightly press into your fingertips as you rotate and find your twist. Or you can bring your left hand to your low back, wrap around your low back. Once you're there, start to really let go of the shoulder, melting the chest down to the ground and keeping the hips lifted. Bring your awareness back to your breath, taking this time to deepen your inhales and make your exhales even longer than your inhales. A few more deep rounds of breath here. Noticing if you can melt down a little bit closer towards the ground. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, start to slowly press yourself back up into that tabletop position. And now walk your hands about one palm forward and bend the elbows as you come back down into your belly. And once you're here, extend your right arm out to the side and make sure that your arm is aligned with your right shoulder. So not bringing it up or down, keeping it in line with your shoulder. And now coming up onto your left fingertips, start to slowly press into your left fingertips as you roll onto your right side. until you find some sensation through the right shoulder. And you can stay here, taking deep breaths into that shoulder. And you don't want to be feeling too much sensation. You shouldn't be feeling any pain, no tingling or numbness. You can always back out of the posture if you need to. If you'd like to get deeper into the posture, you can bring your left foot and plant it behind your right leg, opening up through your hip a little bit more, opening up the shoulder a little bit more. And if that's too much, you can just bring your leg right back on top of the right leg. If you'd like, you can come onto your left palm instead of your fingertips, so you can relax your hand and arm a little bit more. And bringing your awareness both to your shoulder as well as your chest. This is a very deep opener for the chest. If you'd like to get deeper into the posture at this point, you can also wrap your left arm around your low back, getting a little bit more opening through the chest. One more deep round of breath here. And exhale as you slowly bring your chest back down to the ground. And now extend your left arm out to the side, keeping it aligned with your left shoulder. And now bringing your right fingertips up onto the ground. Start to rotate onto your left side, bringing your right hip on top of the left hip, finding that sensation through the left shoulder, the left side of the chest. And maybe staying here, or if you'd like, bringing that right foot behind your left leg, planting it on the ground. You come down onto your right palm, releasing the fingertips. And once you find that right posture for you, maybe allowing your eyes to close. Noticing where you can release a little bit more tension. Letting go of all the little muscles in the face, muscles in the neck, chest and belly. And letting your legs be heavy here as you breathe into your shoulder. And try to avoid any fidgeting in the fingers and the toes, finding that stillness in your mind and your body. Option here to maybe wrap your right arm around your low back, if that feels good to you. Three more deep rounds of breath. And now slowly start to bring your chest back down to the ground. And slowly press yourself back up to your tabletop position. And now sit back towards your heels as you bring your legs out from underneath you. And if you have some pillows or your folded up blanket, you can place it directly behind you. You can even stack a few pillows for a little bit more support. And you are welcome to keep your legs straight, or you can bring the soles of your feet together, coming into a butterfly posture for a little bit more opening in the hips. And now start to recline back, coming all the way down towards the mat or towards your pillows. And you can either keep your arms by your sides, or since we've been focusing on the shoulders, you can bring your arms overhead, maybe clasping them together, and breathing deep. Letting your arms be heavy, letting your legs be heavy. So if something's not working, you can always change your posture. If you're having a hard time letting go in the hips, you can bring your legs out long in front of you. And if this is too much sensation in the shoulders, through the armpits, you can bring your arms down by your sides, allowing your eyes to close, giving yourself a few moments to just melt against the support of the ground. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. If and when you're ready, start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Stretch the arms long overhead, and stretch your legs long too. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice big squeeze. Maybe rock from side to side. And now roll all the way onto your side as you press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Once you find your comfortable seated position, bring your palms together at your heart center and allow your eyes to close. Taking a moment to notice the difference in your breath, your mind, your body. And taking a moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up to your practice today. Namaste.